For today's game, we interviewed 100 faithful Orthodox Christians for our surveys. Let's meet our first family of contestants, the Earthly family. What's your name, and tell us a little about yourself.
I'm Travis Earthly. I like sleeping in on Sunday mornings and watching videos, YouTube videos, at 1 a.m. in the morning. I also own every single Xbox game.
You sound pretty confident. All right, you next. Tell us a little
I'm
about
Professor
yourself.
Robert Earthly. I'm a world-renowned theoretical physicist. That's how I pay for my private jet.
I'm sure you're pretty fun to talk to. And finally, you. Please tell us who you are.
I'm Shamango of Earthly Fam. 27 million followers. Check out my web links and don't forget to subscribe.
You should really get outside some more. Okay, let's meet the Righteous family.
I'm Dr. Jacob Righteous. I'm a chiropractor. I keep people on the straight and narrow. I try to help them protect their health, but for myself, I know that God has given me protective armor, as St. Paul taught us in the book of Ephesians. So I try to keep the belt of truth around my waist and get me up straight. And anyways, in my spare time, I volunteer at a soup kitchen on Saturdays before Vespers.
Wow, thanks for all that inspirational info. Just make sure you don't wear your apron to church. But please do wear that belt of truth. Okay, ma'am, please introduce yourself.
I'm Matishka Anastasia. I don't really like to talk about myself. However, I will say that I'm very thankful for the shield of faith that God has given me, which nobody can take away.
Wow, that is beautiful and inspiring. Thanks. Let's meet the third member of the Righteous family.
Blessed day to you, sir. I'm Melchizedek. I always carry with me the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. Whatever happens today in our game, I'm ready to use this to find the truth.
Okay, well, enough talk. It's time to play. All right, here's our first survey question that we asked 100 Orthodox Christians. Name an American saint who traveled far to spread the word of God.
Roberto Clemente.
Let's check the board. Oh, nice try, but Roberto didn't make the list.
St. Raphael of Brooklyn, he traveled across the United States 3 times.
Survey says he is number 3. Righteous family gets to play. All right, you've got St. Raphael on the board. Name another American saint who traveled far to spread the word of God.
St. Tikhon, he traveled eating kayaks and dog sled.
Let's see if St. Tikhon of Moscow is on the board. You're right, he's number 4. Take another guess.
St. John Maximovich. He went from Russia to Serbia to Asia to the Pacific and then to America.
I had heard that. Let's see if St. John of San Francisco's up there. And you're right. You can see his relics in San Francisco too.
St. Innocent, he traveled over 2,000 miles to Alaska.
We'll see if he's on the board. Oh, too bad. He definitely should have been on there. We usually give you 2 more chances, but you guys seem to know too much. So we're going to let the Earthly family get a chance to play. Okay, Earthly family, you have a chance to score some more points. Name an American saint who traveled far to spread the gospel.
St. Herman. We found out about him while we were on vacation in Alaska.
Interesting, vacationing in freezing Alaska. Okay, well, survey says St. Herman's number 1. You have another chance. Can you name another?
Travis Kelsey.
Okay, let's try Travis Kelsey. Okay. Both teams have had their chance now, so let's see who you missed. St. Jacob of Alaska. He was a native Alaskan who traveled for over a year to return to his birthplace and evangelize others.
I should guessed him.
Okay, it's time for our second survey question. Come on up, righteous and earthly families. We asked 100 Orthodox Christians the following question. Name a physical hardship that a North American saint experienced.
Sleeping on an uncomfortable bed, like in my hotel last night, where I only got a king-size bed and 5 pillows.
Yes, uncomfortable bed is number 5 on the survey. Although St. Herman slept on a wooden board and was never close to a king-size bed. And Anastasia, what is your guess?
I'll choose to wait and let them have all their chances now.
Okay, that's very generous of you. All right, let's see if you guys can get lucky on these other survey answers. All right, Robert, name a physical hardship that a North American saint experienced.
I got it! Missed out on tickets to the Taylor Swift concert because the website crashed!
Wow, that's pretty embarrassing. Shemango, it's your turn next. You got 1 strike so far. Name a physical hardship that a North American saint experienced.
Oh, this happened to me yesterday. I turned my back and my dog ate my $50 takeout steak dinner.
Oh, that's not on there. Oh my, it seems you guys have a very earthly understanding of what hardship is. Maybe Travis can get the next one right. Name a physical hardship that a North American saint experienced.
Okay, you are right. Maybe we need to more seriously consider what actual hardship is. I know my grandmother suffered from a disease and overcame it with medical treatment, so I'll say overcoming disease.
Yes, that sounds like a more realistic hardship. Let's see if it made the survey. Ah, yes, that is a number 4 answer. St. Herman did overcome a large tumor in his face, but he did it through prayer and fasting through God's mercy. And we are back to Robert.
Okay, they missed a Steelers game because of a traffic jam from other people going to church on Sunday morning.
Well, thank goodness. Back over to the righteous family.
Their second verse, their life for the faith. I know both St. Juvenali and St. Peter Alec died in Alaska. St. Peter refused to give up his faith. St. Juvenali died trying to share his faith with pagan natives.
Let's see if that's on there. It is. Melchizedek.
Praying for protection from a typhoon. This happened to St. John Maximovich when he was in the Philippines.
All right, that is correct. Anastasia, you are next.
St. Innocent left his family behind to travel to America. Sadly, he was not there when his wife died, which was a great hardship to overcome.
I'm sorry. That is not on there, although I think it probably should have been.
St. Herman prevented a wildfire through prayer and making a ditch of protection.
That is on there. Wow, it sure looks like the righteous family wins because they understand that the armor of God is given to us to help us through these hardships.
Yay! Yay!
And today's winners get a free lifetime supply of St. Herman's homemade cookies. And they also win $10,000.
What an honor. Thank you. But we choose to donate this money to our church.
All right, that's all the time we have today. Thank you to both families as we have learned about these great saints and about the armor God gives us in our spiritual lives. Have a great day, everyone.